cyclist Mark Cavendish, who won the silver in the men's Omnium. And from the silver medal Rugby Sevens team, we have Phil Burgess, Bibby and Ollie Lindsay-Hague. Good morning to all of you. How does it feel?
Morning.
You're all quiet.
Still asleep.
You're still asleep. A bit of jet lag setting in.
Exactly.
So what is it like to come back then? Does it feel more real? Does it feel different when you come back to the UK? Mark, you've been back the longest.
It was my... Oh, we were on the same flight, actually. But when I'm around these, I just feel... I just feel inadequate compared to these. Anyway, I just feel a little boy, you know. But, no, it was my little boy's first birthday when we landed back. So, like, I was still in my kit building this toy tractor, actually.
Oh,
so
and he got a bike. Did you buy him a bike?
He got a little bike, yeah.
Come on, that's the way forward.
But he got off it, picked up and threw it, really.
Did he? Maybe he needs a rugby ball.
Yeah,
that's what he probably needs. Listen, boys, we've got to talk to you as well, because, look, you guys only got together in May. That's extraordinary what you've achieved. And is it extraordinary to you, or did you have the faith when you got together? Was there a certain special chemistry?
I think when we came together in May, we were talking about what we wanted to achieve and everything like that. And I think there was a belief, because I think there had to be that level of belief, because we wanted it. But I'm not sure if everybody knew, but that tournament that we played in the Olympics, that was the first time and the only time we've ever played together
So how on earth, then, did you make it work as a team? Because people study for years, don't they, the psychology of group dynamics and how you can feed off each other.
So we're home from Tom Day, they live together, you know, all of that stuff that
and look
makes
at the England
magic.
football team, when people say, well, they haven't played together long enough, that's why it's a problem. And yet you pulled it off.
Yeah, I mean, you know, meeting each other some of us for the first time 10 weeks ago was pretty crazy.
Bonkers.
And then thinking, oh, we've got to play an Olympic Games together soon. But now, I mean, training was probably the most brutal I've ever been involved in.
Brutal, why?
Well, you've got 27 guys going for 12 places.
Wow.
Always knocking the hell out of each other.
Wow.
But I suppose that formed good bonds on the pitch and off the pitch, because, you know, you get the business done like in training, and then afterwards you can have a bit of a laugh and a joke about, you know, about all that sort of stuff.
And Mark, for you, I mean, you know, there's always been this thing about whether for cyclists the Olympics is as big as everything else you do, because the tour is so huge for you. You made a conscious decision, didn't you, to actually go for the Olympics, you know, and really push for it this time.
Yeah, I was talking yesterday, like, it's hard to believe that, like, there's less than a couple months ago, just a few weeks before the Olympics, I was riding over the Pyrenees, and then I'm doing the velodrome. The velodrome, it's like, okay, it's riding a bike, but it's quite different to the... It's like...
different on your body. And
yeah, it'd be like Andy Murray playing squash. It's a racket sport, but it's a bit different, like... but it was a way to get an Olympic medal. It's a good team to be part of GB for that.
And listen, we have to obviously talk about the crash. Everyone's talking about it. And I know you said yesterday, you know, it's eating you up. Is that waning? You know, how does it leave you feeling?
It's okay now. Like, obviously, I get asked about it.
Yes.
I spoke to the lad who crashed, you know, to Song.
The Korean rider,
And there's a couple of guys I spoke. Like, he was the only one I'd seen in the race, you know, and I apologise. Like, it was my fault, but I'm going to have to keep answering questions about it.
And what do you make of the criticism that has come from or the questioning from other teams saying? Every team GB cyclist has come away with a medal, haven't they? I mean, that's in itself an incredible feat. But you know, the French, the Germans, the Aussies going very questionable what's going on with the cycling team.
But in quite contrast to these guys, like, we have worked together for 4 years, not just the riders, but all the staff, the mechanics, the Soigneurs, the engineers who build the bikes and the equipment we use. The data analysts, the dietitian, they all work as one unit for 4 years, and it's all to peak for the Olympics. Like, the other nations will use their best equipment for the World Championships. Now, we won some World Championships early in the year in London on our second-rate equipment, so when we get to the games, we have the better stuff that...
And for us mere mortals, we marvel at your discipline and your training. It seems extraordinary. So the second it was kind of over for you, what is the one naughty thing that you promised yourself you could eat, do, or whatever?
What is it? Not the McDonald's. No, you weren't pictured, were you, with all the...
No, it was hard to go there because the queue was going out for miles in the village. You have to queue for 45 minutes to get a burger, so I actually didn't go to McDonald's till the day we left, but we had a good night out and enjoyed ourselves.
And I know having you, all four of you here, just shows the brilliance of what Team GB have done. Got together in May, trained for 4 years, you know, the complete opposite ends of, and you've both achieved something
Actually,
incredible.
It was quite funny in that you had these apartments, you know, we stay in the big apartment blocks in the village, and it was like them lifts, you know, it took ages to come. And then you get in, and there's it doesn't matter if you don't know somebody, you're probably best off saying congratulations.
Personal best, whatever.
Amazing.
It is tough to come fourth, but you've also got to look on paper. If you weren't even expected to make a final, then a fourth could be deemed as a good result, because it's a big wide world out there, and the Olympics is a pinnacle. So a fourth isn't really a failure, but to the sportsman, it is a little bit like, oh, it's so close to
It's
medal.
crushing, especially, I'm guessing, if you're running towards the end of your career.
Yeah.